All right, good afternoon, good morning to everyone that has joined this wonderful webinar with NextPax Travel Technology and getawayGoGo. Today we'll discuss an exciting topic is how to fill your last minute vacation rental openings and how to integrate with NextPax Channel Manager with getawayGoGo, a last minute availability channel. Today with us, we have two hosts. So myself, my name is Leonard. I'm Director of Distribution Partnerships for NextPax Travel Technology. And also we have the founder of getawayGoGo, Bradley Dundalk. And maybe Bradley, you would like to say something yourself?
Yeah, just thank you so much for allowing me to come and share. I think some great marketing tactics that you'll be able to take with you today. And also we just are so thankful with our wonderful partnership with NextPax. And we're looking forward to continuing growing with them.
Great, thank you very much, Bradley. And it's likewise, of course, that we are very fond of having getawayGoGo on board within our distribution partnership ecosystem. And we think that we can grow this relationship together a lot and provide a lot of value towards our accommodation partners. For the topics for today in this webinar, and please, first some house rules in regards to this webinar. It's a very open discussion. So if you have a question, you can use the Q&A at all times. And then at the end, we will do a Q&A. But also, we will release some polls, so it will be quite interactive. And just as a note, we are also recording this webinar. So if you want to review it at a later stage, you can do that. We are sending a link as we make it available on YouTube. So for the topics of today, I'm gonna touch base about NextPax being a channel manager and what it all means and how you can actually connect with us. Then Bradley is going to talk about getawayGoGo, about the history and how he has set it up and what are the key value proposition of getawayGoGo. And he also is gonna expose the 9 strategies for filling up your last minute vacation rental openings. And that's a very exciting part of this webinar. And then at the end, we'll be having the getting started session on the onboarding process. So NextPax, as I told already, is a full-service channel manager. And we are operating since 2006 in the vacation rental space, primarily in all the markets of the world, primarily the European markets and the Americas. And recently, we also opened the APAC or the Asia Pacific market. So yeah, we have our headquarters is based in Almere, and our US office is based in Salt Lake City. And we have an Asia specific focus from Singapore. And our focus is on vacation rental, specialty lodging and hotels. And we are a full service channel manager, which means that not only our service levels are up to standards, but also we provide the full mix of everything that we can distribute. So meaning we can distribute your photos, we can distribute your descriptions, amenities, all your vacation rental house rules, and also all your pricing, availability settings, your property manager settings like your cancellation policies, prepayment policies. And we do a full booking delivery process. So what is really our value proposition? So NextPax delivers state-of-the-art technology. So we have very advanced cloud-based and API channel management solutions. And the APIs of us are very advanced and help to transmit large portions of data from the PMS that you're using or the system that you're using towards all of these channels, including getawayGoGo. We also have a variety of AI-based features, as in photo recognition, manatee recognition, yeah, that really drives us as a market leader in terms of this technology piece. Furthermore, we are always providing full service solutions. So we're trying to offer channel management solutions that are fitting to every type of accommodations and every amount of accommodations. So we have partners with us online that have over 40,000 properties, and they have particular needs to manage this large property set, being located all around the world. But we also have property owners that generally distribute 1 to 5 properties that have different needs. And for all of these customers, we provide different type of solutions. Another key aspect of NextPax being the full service channel manager is to think partner first. So we always strive to offer priority and personalized support to our partners. And we're actually available to help 24/7 around the globe in different languages. And that's due to the location of our employees being in the US, in Europe, but also nowadays in Asia Pacific. So we are actually able to help that clockwise world around the clock model. And then last but not least is that we have a pay per booking model. So it's a fair pricing model based on a small fee per booking. This model ensures minimized risks for our partners, and it has shown to be highly effective for the whole NextPax distribution network. So we don't charge any setup fees, no monthly fees, no pay per API call fee. It's really when you earn and convert bookings and revenues, our model is also playing with you. And then a little bit towards the technicality. So from your PMS, we would distribute your content, rates, and availability into our channel management software, and that goes out towards channels such as getawayGoGo. They would get our content, rates, and availability and implement that on their website. And then when they want to, when users and travelers on getawayGoGo make bookings or cancel those bookings again, we would sync that again in our channel management software and bring that back. And this is a grand scheme overview. Around this bigger model, there floats an entire suite of other technologies that will aid in optimizing your accommodations on these channels and to aid in the reservation process, for instance, the topic of payments. As an accommodation partner, you can connect with NextPax in various ways. So we have a very large PMS partner ecosystem, in which I will delve in a little bit of a moment. And then larger partners or other technologies can also code towards our supply API. And then for the very small entrepreneurs, they can also upload their accommodations in our channel distribution system, which is a fairly easy system for the ones that have worked with spreadsheets beforehand and now want to have a system to distribute to multiple channels at ease. So since 2006, we started to work with a lot of PMS systems because we have found that a lot of property managers are using these PMS software systems in order to manage all of their operations, from accounting towards owner management, from pricing, revenue management perspective. And over here, you can see actually our global ecosystem of connected property managers. As you can see, there's a high coverage in the US where we connect with Cyrus, LiveRes, Genesis, Real-Time Rental, Logic, Track Hospitality. iTrack is also part of our ecosystem. And then in Europe, we also, of course, have our partners such as Bookstone, BookLogic, Booker Tools, Booking Studio, and Retranet. And then we also are connected with some of the hotel softwares like Oracle Hospitality and Muse. would generally have a little bit of more of the hotels. But you see that there is actually a lot of coverage in the PMS ecosystem. So that helps. If you are working as an accommodation partner with one of these PMS systems, an activation towards getawayGoGo is actually around the corner and quite easy to accomplish. Then in regards for technologies that are not integrated yet and that are interested to work with NextPax, we also have a supply API available in which you are able to send your recommendations our way and to make sure that we can distribute them. The API is fast and reliable. We provide Swagger documentation that it is also made easy for you to develop. And as we have the learnings from working with large property managers, we can also handle large amount of data, and the API is extremely efficient. So yeah, this is really meant for PMS systems that don't have a connection to NextPax yet, or CRS systems, or if you are a large accommodation partner or a bed bank. So if you are working with a PMS that wasn't on this PMS ecosystem and you'd like them to also connect to us so that you can distribute to getawayGoGo, I'm happy to set up a conversation with the right representatives in NextPax on how we can get your PMS to connect to NextPax in order for you to distribute towards getawayGoGo. And then for the smaller players in this industry that manage 1 to 5 accommodations that have previously worked on a Excel spreadsheet or have been managing it all from their host account on Airbnb, we offer now a channel distribution system with an easy way to set up and build those 5 apartments out and to take those bookings. It offers a quick registration, some property management features to like build those accommodations with the content and everything. Of course, to sync the rates, retrieve the reservations, being in control actually, and have some insightful data on the reservations. But it's actually really used to do channel distribution towards all the channels, including getawayGoGo. Yeah. So again, these are the features that is offered in this system, but please remind, this is all a manual UI-based work that the property manager would do. So they would load and tick the amenities that they have, upload the photos that they have, upload their pricing, and then taking the reservations. All right, and then actually, you can actually enable the channels also. So for instance, this is how you would enable getawayGoGo in the CDS. And then actually, we want to start making this a little bit more interactive. So in a moment, we'll release a poll, but before I'm going to release the poll, I'm just going to walk through the questions. We ideally like to know where you're from which region are you, or better, what country, what state, and then just for yourself, when you travel, do you generally plan ahead, or are you making decisions last minute within 40 days of arrival? And the last one is really about your business. So when one of your properties has an opening, how far in advance of the arrival date do you typically start making discounted pricing changes? Because we see that last minute availability and pricing is very important in managing your last minute openings. And I'm sure Bradley will share something around that a little later. But for now, we're really interested in your answers, basically. So I'm just going to release the polls now, and I'd be happy to hear from you. Yeah, like what your answers are, and then we can review those later. And I think everyone can review the polls a little later. So yeah, there's again, we are getting answers being North America based, and also 75% plan ahead out of 4 answers already. but there's actually one person that said, I do everything last minute. And then the majority of the people, as the questions come in, as the answers come in, it's really interesting. That we actually see 29% booking 8 to 14 days before, and there is actually 14% now that says I book really last minute. So that's really interesting. So out of this sample of 8 people that have participated, 4 out of 8 book within the 14 days window. And I think that's really interesting to understand this even better. I'll keep the poll open for the ones that haven't answered, but I guess it's now a good time to continue with the presentation. This is the story about NextPax. I wanted to keep it short to also give the floor to Bradley, who has been pulling together an amazing platform and has an amazing story to share. And so when I go over to the next slide, I will give the control to Bradley, and then the floor is all yours.
Okay, great. Thank you. Well, hello, everyone. I'm so grateful to be here today to share some marketing best practices and tactics for minimizing and filling last-minute openings at your properties. So first, just a little bit about me. I'm a founder of getawayGoGo, obviously, a book direct last-minute vacation rental marketplace. I'm a licensed real estate broker in the state of California. I'm also a vacation rental property investor, and I co-owned a vacation rental property management company for 12 years here in Southern California. And that was Beachside Vacation Rentals. And I don't know if you know where San Clemente is. We're a little beach town in South Orange County, just above San Diego County. And so we're manage properties in 8 beach towns across 3 counties, including Los Angeles, Orange, and San Diego. We had 13 employees, 6 vendor cleaning teams, run all the major OTAs, had revenue software, and everything else that you all use every day to manage your business. And it was through our experience managing and marketing these properties that we created getawayGoGo, which is a last-minute direct booking channel with flat fee bookings and no traveler service fee. More about getawayGoGo is part of Property Manager's marketing mix later. And at this time, I'm just going to turn off my video. Not sure if you're able to see me now, but I think it's just makes it less distracting when you're seeing this. So it was through our experience really, managing and marketing these properties that we created this. And so it really, because of all the last minute reservations that were happening. And so all right, there we go. Sorry, I tried to figure out the slide moving system here. So let me ask this question: do property managers have last minute property openings? Of course they do. Despite your best efforts, most property managers, yes, do end up with last minute availability for one reason or another. So what is last minute? Well, last minute, as defined by the U.S. Travel Association, is when travel plans are made within 14 days of arrival. For example, here you see a 4-night opening on the calendar just 10 days from today, and this is considered last minute. Property managers who have last minute openings and bookings are not alone. We did a comprehensive study on last minute vacation rental bookings for hundreds of cities and countries across the globe. And as you can see, last minute bookings occur everywhere. As you can see, 36% there in Western Europe, 44% North America. And of course, if you look at some of the dig down deeper into the data, like for instance, 90% of urban markets in the United States book within the 14-day window. So who's traveling at the last minute? First, we know that 44% of leisure travelers book in the last minute window. Last minute business travel pre-COVID was over 56%. And something interesting we learned at our property management company, and outside statistics confirm this, is that people will take a last minute trip if they see a good deal. In fact, 53% of the people said they will travel because of a good deal. And I also read a study where 49% of millennial travel is due to last minute choices, and that 69% of millennials surveyed actually regretted not taking a last minute trip. Additionally, over a 5-year period, Google search trends has seen a 519% increase in travel searches with the terms tonight or today in it. And as much as we encourage travelers to book directly on our websites, studies show that 64% of travelers book through OTAs because they love the convenience and simplicity that they bring to travel planning. So what are some of the challenges that property managers face with last minute openings and travelers with last minute shopping? First, creating awareness that you actually have a last minute opening or a deal. OTA property manager commissions perpetually inflate the price of a property you're trying to discount. And third, communication is veiled and indirect. Finally, do you have the right price to rent the property and still be profitable? From the traveler perspective, their challenges are they search multiple sites, which can take hours, and they'll still search a lot of sites trying to find the right deal. Trying to find last minute offers, like, are they looking for the headlines? Are they seeing strikeout prices? How are they actually finding last minute offers from the property managers? Communication is through the OTA's contact form or their chat. Service fee inflates the final price, and the property manager OTA markup. What most people don't know is that since the OTA charges a hefty commission to the property manager, we as property managers typically gross up the nightly rate by that amount to cover those costs, and this raises the price to the traveler. So what can be done to address these challenges and fill or minimize your last minute openings today? At our vacation rental property management company, we found 9 strategies and tactics that worked very well for us, which also formed my experience for creating getawayGoGo. If you'd like a copy of the article I wrote about this subject for yourself or to pass along to others on your team, you can email me at brad@getawaygogo.com and I'll send it your way. So what are some of the things that we can do? First, use revenue software to automate demand-based pricing instead of a preset seasonal pricing. While seasonal pricing is an easy solution for the job of rate management, there's a specific benefit of demand-based pricing, which is making sure you're not pricing too low or too high. Let me share a specific example from our friends at AirDNA, and you can see that over 50% of properties in Annecy, France have the same price all year round. That's the blue line. However, hosts could be earning 10 to 40% more by taking advantage of those high season spikes to charge more and lowering prices for better occupancy when demand is low. And you can see that illustrated with the green line. Those were the smart rate. So that was where, hey, this is where you could have you could have gained profit, could have gained a higher price by doing some yield management through that system. Well, it sounds like a lot of work, right? You know, having to manage prices, and it can be, you can manage prices either manually or you can do this automatically. So, you know, trying to do that green line and follow that, that would be difficult to do that manually. But yield management software like Price Labs, Wheelhouse, and beyond provides pricing research and tools to make this task much, much easier by automating the process or making it easier to change pricing on the fly. Second, lower minimum nights automatically. When you have minimum nights set in your PMS, but an opening is created that is less than your rule, you could be missing out on extra revenue. With the pricing tools in your PMS or your pricing software, this can be done automatically. Also by proactively reducing minimum nights before the last minute window, you can keep your ADR up without having to discount. This is one of the first things that we would do in the order of appearance of pricing strategy. Creatively communicate your last minute deal in the listing headline. Remember when I said that 53% of last minute travelers are motivated by a good deal? Since that's the case, tell them that you have a discount wherever you can. Headlines that worked for us included, but are not limited to, cancellation special, will book fast, 20% off this weekend only. Don't miss a last minute special, last minute opening special, just $200 a night, from a particular date. With a number of competing listings on OTAs, adding a special headline of some kind will work to catch the attention, differentiate your property, and fill your openings. And it was amazing the amount of our competitors that did not do this, and we did this very consistently, and we were able to win reservations very, very consistently. Number 4, fill in gaps by offering discounted nights before and after the reservation to existing guests. If you have 1 or 2 night gaps at the beginning or the end of a reservation, that will be difficult, if not impossible, to fill. So here's what you can do. Proactively contact guests who are already booked before or after that gap and make an offer they can't refuse. And this would be a phone call typically. For example, hey, book the night before your reservation for 50% off. This is something you can do as soon as your reservationists or revenue managers see a gap in the schedule as well. And our reservationists made these calls every week. And unless there were flight tickets or other immovable arrangements that could not be changed, this strategy worked really well. Number 5, plan pricing negotiations with your reservations team before they receive a traveler inquiry. When a traveler is communicating with you about a last minute open property, don't let them get away. If you know they're shopping around, stop their shopping now by offering to deduct a reservation fee or a damage waiver fee, include a late check-in or checkout, reduce the nightly rate, or include an amenity that you would normally charge for if they make the reservation right now. Now, that being said, don't leave this process to a reservationist's spontaneity. Create a strategic and documented negotiation plan with your reservation team, including what can be negotiated, how much, in what order, and how close to the arrival date the request is. Otherwise, you may face unpredictable deals or an unending flow of discount approval requests, which can either delay closing the reservation or perpetuate continual distractions for you or somebody else throughout the day. And that's exactly what happened to us until we put this plan in place. Number 6, build your own book direct market on social media by daily posting local activities, food, travel content, and specials. At our company, we invested in building our social media community over 5 years to over 100,000 followers on multiple sites, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. Our followers received approximately 1 to 2 posts per day, which included property discounts, area information, things to do, inspirational photos, and fun travel memes. Having that local fan base will allow you to advertise your last minute deals to those interested in your area and your company. And so how do you do this? Well, you can obviously do social media ads, but you can also do this by retargeting ads to your guests, your current and past guests, and visitors to your website on their social feeds. Also, this is an important statistic, because over 74% of last minute bookings are made by someone who's going to drive to your location. Create social ads specifically to your targeted drive markets for your properties. Number 7, consistently send emails to your past guests and include your last minute deals. Your future customers are the ones you've already sold something to, so regularly remind your past guests of all the great things to do at your location. Places to eat, how wonderful your properties are. You can do this with a weekly or bi-weekly newsletter, which can also include any last minute specials you may have. When creating these emails, use fun, inspirational opening headlines and tempt them with your best property photos and your special price in red with a strikeout of the old price. Number 8, optimize your website's SEO specifically for your area. So this point is key to a book direct strategy and not just a last minute one. In fact, because of the localized SEO we invested in, our property management company was always higher in organic search ranking than our closest competitor and the major OTAs in the core areas we serviced. Here's an example below of how Vacasa and a local manager, Seabreeze, in our area, and you can see that they're both placing higher than VRBO because they employed that kind of strategy. Along with our property content, we also created a lot of helpful local travel information, including best places for dining, shopping, activities, local attractions page that created powerful local relevance for our site, ultimately allowing us to dominate the top search positions for our area. Now, keep in mind that once you begin optimizing your site, showing up higher in the rankings can likely take several months to really show up. So start right away. Don't delay on this. Number 9, expand your online presence by listing on local and niche advertising channels. So adding your properties to more online marketplaces can increase exposure to your properties, especially the niche and regional sites, since they're highly focused on specific traveler needs or regional searches. So 2 regional sites that are powerful examples of this are floridarentalbyowners.com, which is the screenshot I have right there, and smokymountain.com, each of which receive over 1 million visits per month. Also, as mentioned before, NextPax has over 100 distribution choices for you to choose from. So all these techniques work, and of course, we were not the only ones in the industry doing them. But what I really wanted and needed in addition was a site like Hotels Tonight, but exclusively for vacation rentals, and that also addressed many of the manager and traveler challenges that I previously mentioned. And that site, of course, is getawayGoGo, a last minute only, direct communication and booking, no commission and no traveler service fee site. In getawayGoGo, all communication and booking are directly between the traveler and the property manager, not getawayGoGo. We do not sit in the middle. Because of this, the property manager is also the merchant of record. So all payments and refunds are always under your control. Once they book or communicate with you, they are yours to work with. We eliminated price inflating commission to property managers as well. So there's no commission, and eliminated the booking service fee to travelers. We made every reservation, no matter the amount, a flat booking fee of just $10 to the property manager. So along with no service fee to the traveler, managers can now offer a book direct pricing. We have another option, which is our direct contact button for $7, which I can explain on in a conversation with you, or you can view in our pricing page. So how do you list on getawayGoGo using NextPax? Number 1, you're going to activate getawayGoGo channel in NextPax. There's a couple different ways to do that. Request your account ID from NextPax, and then follow our very quick, it takes 15 minutes, 7-step setup process on getawayGoGo. And depending on how many photos and properties you have, your last minute available properties will be live in minutes. I would love to hear your questions about last minute marketing or getawayGoGo. And also please email me if you have further questions or you'd like more information to brad@getawaygogo.com.
All right, thank you very much, Bradley, for this insight and for this very wonderful story about getawayGoGo and how property managers can optimize for a last-minute openings. There are some very interesting tips that property managers can use. I'd like to invite everyone to open up for Q&A. I'm going to check, but my gut feeling says that there is already a connection. Yes, there is a connection from Kelly Coble Simpson. I would love to see if NextPax has any plans to help with fraud detection. And then fraud detection is a very wide topic. So we can see fraud in onboarding of property managers. We can see fraud in the payment transactions. So in order to validate all of our property managers, we are having, of course, one-on-one conversations with the property managers. We evaluate all of their listings and all of their recommendations if they are listed on various websites. We also check the registration numbers that they have to provide, VAT and the Chamber of Commerce. Now, when it comes to financial transactions, there we are fully PCI compliant, we are fully GDPR compliant for personal data, and we officially also are PSD2 SCA compliant, which is that we are tokenizing credit card details and that we're actually providing extra security layers. And so we continuously improve and continuously adhere to the local legislation in the countries that we operate to do that. Hope that answer was okay. Then, if there are any other questions, I'd love to invite the public, and maybe I should unmute first all of the. I see no further open questions. You can also raise your hand if you have questions, either to Bradley or me. I'd be happy to provide answers to things that are not yet covered. Bradley, do you have anything to add on the Q&A or any questions that you got in the past from property managers?
I would love to see the poll. Do we have the poll results?
Yeah.
It'd be fun to kind of see where everyone's from, when they actually travel.
I can actually share the poll results in this call, and I will share the screenshots later on because I don't know actually how I can reveal the polls. But we had 91% of our participants coming out of North America and 1 out of Europe. So that's great that we have seen this coverage. Then 73% plans ahead, and 27% does the last minute travel organization. And then, as mentioned earlier, we are seeing a 46%, almost half of the people are booking last minute travel. So that's really also an answer. If in this sample already 46% of all participants are booking their travel last minute, basically, also for their vacation rentals, it's really an eye-opener for everyone to optimize for that period and to work together with channels that can optimize this best, such as getawayGoGo. All right. Yeah, these were the questions of the poll. We had 100% participation rate on the poll, so that is also really helpful. Oh, actually, I can share the results. So you should now be able to see the results also. And then, yeah, again, thank you very much, Bradley, for helping out and creating this amazing content for our accommodation partners. And if you wish to sign up with getawayGoGo, or you want to request this connectivity with our NextPax teams, you can see the different email addresses below, or follow the registration process as Bradley explained earlier. And our representatives will be in touch with you shortly.
Yes, I look forward to speaking to property managers. Actually, I have a lot of experience, obviously, with managing my own companies. And so if you need any help or have questions, please just email me, brad@getawaygogo.com. Love to talk to you about your business. And then also, of course, it's free to sign up for getawayGoGo. through NextPax, and you really only just pay for the bookings when they happen. So there's no risk. And I think what we're building here is something that the industry really wants. We have quite a bit of success. We're in about 40 countries right now. At 20 is something that you can see on the website, another 20 that are being released in another week or two, with quite a few more properties. So we're growing, and throughout the world really, and through North America, Latin and South America, Europe, and then we'll be in the Asia Pacific coming up soon as well. So I think this model is going to be something that people they're already paying attention to, and it's going to be something very helpful for the industry, because you'll be able to really offer that last minute opportunity, but at a book direct pricing. And you're the merchant of record, and you are going to be able to take those calls and those conversations personally. And travelers are going to appreciate that, and I know you will appreciate that as well. It's something that I wanted as a property manager, and it's something that I know that other property managers, the hundreds of property managers that are already signed up in getawayGoGo, and the tens of thousands of properties that we have, that they very much appreciate.
All right. Thank you very much, Bradley, for this closing note. I would like to wish all the participants a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone, for joining this webinar, and hope to see you next time. And as said earlier, please get in touch with either Bradley or me or our teams to connect to getawayGoGo. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Bye-bye.